Well, hello. Tonight is an experiment. Again, with the battery and the draw on the battery and all of that. But what we're going to do is Nancy and I are actually going to spend the night in the camper. I've got one light on and I've got a little light right here for right now. But I wanted to come out and get a baseline reading on what our battery power is. So before Nancy comes out and all of that, I'm going to do that now. Whenever she does come out, we are not going to have the refrigerator on, because normally we would have that on with propane. Same thing with our water heater. Normally that would be propane that we'd be running on. We will be using our furnace if it gets too chilly tonight. So right now it's showing that it's 66 degrees in here. We might use the Maxxair fan for a little while also. But what we're going to do right now is I do have Nancy's Bipap machine in the cabinet back there ready to go. I also have back here, and I'll show you. I'll take the camera back there and try to show you what we've got back there. Sorry, look like a scary theater or something. So back here we do have a battery operated fan. Well, not battery, it's a rechargeable fan, let's put it that way. We also have the TV, so we might turn the TV on for just a little bit. I don't know yet, but we can plug the TV into a 12-volt outlet and use that. Sorry about the light, I don't know what I'm doing holding that up there. So we can do that. The other thing that we will be doing is down here where our voltmeter is also 2 USB ports. So we will be plugging our phones in there to charge overnight. So let's look real quick and let's see what we're showing on the meter here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm showing right now 13.46 and and a full battery. So we're going to go with that for a baseline. Now that's with one light on. Let me turn this light off and let's see what happens here. Just out of curiosity, and you see it went to 13.47. So not much draw on that light, but we will be turning some lights on and using that. So that's our baseline where we're going to start. Let me turn this light on back here again and then flip it around so you can sort of see me. But we will be doing that. So what we want to see is how much draw we would use on a typical night if we were out in the desert or out boondocking somewhere. So that's going to be the test. So I'm going to get Nancy out here. Once I get her out here, we'll turn a few more lights on and we'll see how things work, and then we'll get a reading before we go to bed, and then I'll get a reading when I get up in the morning, which is usually around 7 a.m., somewhere around there, and we'll see how that reading looks, okay? All right, so give me a moment. Let me get Nancy out here, and we'll get things going, and then we'll get a baseline reading. So we are out here in the camper. What I've got on right now is the Maxxair fan. I've got Nancy's Bipap plugged in, but it's not on yet. And we've got the little fan going that is rechargeable. I've also got 2 lights on right now just so I can record and so you can see what I'm doing. So let's see what our power is right now. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what it is. If we look right there, it's reading right now 13.37, 38, 39, so it's going to fluctuate. It'll probably go down whenever I turn off the lights. I also turn the thermostat on and set it at 55 in case it gets cool overnight, which it's supposed to do, but it might not get too bad. So if it does get cool, that will come on and give us some heat. So anyhow, I don't think we're going to watch TV or anything like that. I think we're just going to go on to bed because it's late. It is, what time do you have there, Nance?
12:36 a.m.
12:36 a.m. So we'll get this experiment started and we'll see how everything goes. And when I get up in the morning, we'll see how it went. Well, good morning. It's, let me get my clock here, 6:42 a.m. It never did get very cold last night. It's still showing 66 degrees in here. Everything worked really good. So let's look and see what the voltmeter is saying this morning. So I'm going to turn this around here so we can look at it. So right now it is showing 13.28, 13.3. So according to my little chart here, 13.3 puts us still, well, I'm sorry, let me show it to you better. So that puts us between 90 and 95% on the battery. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn everything off. I'm going to wait a half hour and then come out and check again on the battery status and see what it looks like. So give me a little bit and we'll be back and check on that. All right, it is 7:22 a.m. I've let the battery rest, as they say, to try to get a good reading on the voltmeter. And again, this is with a voltmeter. It's not with a shunt or anything like that. That's still to come. That's something that I will be adding to it. But until then, I'm stuck with a voltmeter. So if I look down at the voltmeter, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. Let's go down here. It's showing 13.43 volts. So, and it's still showing full. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. 13.4, according to my little chart over here, says 99%. I can't help but think that maybe we're somewhere between 90 and 95%. I'm going to turn on a draw just to see what it does here with the voltmeter. So I'm going to turn the Maxxair fan on at 60%, and it drops the voltmeter to 13.4. So according to that, it's still, charged about 95%. So I think it's excellent how that the draw on this. But then again, it's a huge battery that we've got, 3,840 watt hours, 300 amp hours. I think one thing that helps is this little cord right here for Nancy's Bipap. This was something I got on Amazon, and it fits her Bipap. So I think this is saving us a lot of power as opposed to turning on the inverter and plugging her Bipap into AC. I think that's saving us a lot of power right there. We didn't watch TV last night. We had a couple lights on just for a few minutes. Nancy used her, excuse me, just shutting that drawer. Nancy used her fan, and that's this fan right here. This is a rechargeable fan, and this thing will last you probably, I think they said, a day on the charge. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on here, and we'll see, according to those little lights right there, it's still fully charged. Now, we only had it on low last night, and Nancy's used it a few hours here and there, so it's done really well. The furnace never did kick on last night because it's still 65 in here, according to the thermostat. But I think all in all, my goodness, now that was just a few hours. That was probably, what, 6 hours last night that we were doing this. So it'd be interesting to see how well it performs when the furnace kicks in, how much draw that has on it. That would be interesting to see that. But I think that this is going to do us really well this battery, and so far I am very, very, very impressed with it. So I did have someone ask me, Paul, where's your battery and where do they mount the inverter? Well, here's under our bed, and if you look back under the bed here, there is where they mount the inverter. So you see there's a box back there. The battery is in that box. There's 4 screws that hold keep that box closed, and the battery is in there. For some reason they mount the inverter on the front of that box, and in order to use it you have to reach around to this side to access the outlets, and then there was no way really to turn it on from down here. There's a switch, but it's hard to get to. So what they provide you with is a cord that comes up, and I ran it around the side of the bed, up the wall here to this unit here, and that's how you can turn it on and off without crawling under the bed. But you first have to get a cord under the bed, an extension cord or just some type of electrical cord. Now realize that 2000 watt inverter draws power. It takes power to convert DC to AC. So it is a power draw, that is. So that would use extra power to do that. So we're trying to do it off-grid without using the inverter. What I'd like to do is take that inverter off of there, get it to someone who knows how to tie it into the main system here in the camper, and use it that way. I think that would be more efficient and more logical than where it's mounted right now. So I'm happy with the results of it. I hope you are. If you have questions, there will be more videos out on this, so stay tuned. I'm doing the best I can to learn this system and to try to get it to where I'm very comfortable with it, because I do not want to be out on the road and not be comfortable boondocking somewhere. So we'll let it go for that, give it another success on that big battery, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. All right, thank you.